Previously on Champ Coastal.
It was a very close vote. By one vote, our next knocked out model of the season is Angel.
Hey girl.
Oh, hi.
Riley.
Is that Riley?
That's Riley.
Oh my god. Hey girl.
Oh shit. Oh my god. Damn, what's up?
Darius, what the hell? Well, I have something to do. We are throwing a twist in the show and we're calling it Riley's Revenge. Meaning, because you were also the first one knocked out, I'm gonna throw you a bone. After the third is knocked out, you will be re-entered into the game. So until then, just watch everything happen from the sidelines, try to get as much tea as you can, so that way you can sneak back in and make your fucking move.
Yo, this show.
The Champ Bowl. Chris and I will have scorecards. We have 6 of you in the challenge, so there's points 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0 is the point system. 5 being the best, 0 being at the bottom. Challenge winner, Chris and I will total our scores, and whoever has the highest performance all around will win and be safe from the vote. And if you don't win, you're up for elimination. No more contender challenge. And tonight is a double knockout vote. This is the fourth quarter, 2-minute warning. You have 2 minutes to change head to toe. You have to take everything off you're wearing. Do not wear anything you're wearing right now. Go.
Oh shit!
Shit.
Hurry up, you
1 minute! 1 minute! Get down here, you're disqualified!
No,
I
you
need
can cut
my
me.
Fuck, we have to put.
Bottom shoes, everything.
What up, gang? Perfect timing.
Wait, do we have to have socks on? Do we have to have socks on?
I got flip flops. That's cool.
I needed my glasses.
Four.
Okay, and then you pose however you want, and then look.
I can't see, so.
Okay.
You come down to this photo, guys.
Okay. I will count to 3. I'll go 1, 2, 3, shoot.
You get one shot, right?
One shot.
Got it.
1, 2, 3, shoot.
That's it.
And that's it.
Well, first things I want to say is congratulations to everybody. I think we all killed it in our own special way. But definitely congratulations to you three. I think you guys definitely deserve it. This is going to be extremely hard, just like the last positive one was. So.
I agree, and I think that this challenge was so dynamic because there was those completely different aspects of it, and it gave each of you guys the opportunity to show your strengths, and each one of them came through. And so I think it was really beautiful to watch, honestly.
You guys had a lot of good stuff, and you guys looked like very well in a lot of your photos. I was literally just trying to tally in my head, like, how am I going to make this decision? And it's very close. Is all I have to say. It's very close.
Chance and Chris right now. It's
Yeah.
Way too.
Like I don't
way
even
too
know.
hard.
I mean, if you want me to go first or vote-wise.
So we can jump around.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's
whoever's
fine.
ready.
Is everyone voting for themselves?
Oh,
Correct?
I think.
Why don't we
just-
let y'all speak?
Okay,
Yeah, you guys
go
go
first.
I'll go first. So I tried really hard in that challenge because I have not won a challenge. So I really wanted to, an actual model challenge. So I really wanted to bring it, and I was up there 90% of the time trying to, focus on executing. And I'm just really proud of myself for that, and I think everybody did amazing. But like I said, I think mine was creative, funny, talented, and then also cultural. So I think it was, I'm proud of it. That's all I gotta say.
As you should be.
You killed
Thank
it.
you.
Literally killed it.
Thank you. So the Champ Bowl challenge was really challenging, obviously, but because it was a 5-part challenge, and since I hadn't won I won the contender challenge, but I wanted to win this model challenge.
Mason, Darius?
I think this is probably one of the most difficult decisions that there has been, and this challenge has been, I think dynamic is the best word to explain what it brought out of all of us and how different our paths were to make that happen. And in my heart, if I go out, if I don't make it because of the challenge, I would go out proud. And I think that's the first time that I could say that to myself. I think this is the first time that I've seen something that I've done and didn't slightly cringe inside. And that's a feeling I've been searching for a long time.
The Champ Bowl was quite a
quite a marathon to say the least for many different reasons, but the creativity that went into it and how I think I was able to execute it is something I think for the first time in this competition I can really like sit back and say that I was proud of.
I want you to explain your message and why it was important for you to bring this to the shot.
Shoot, okay. So I had a conversation with somebody, I honestly don't even remember who it was in the house at this point, but I think it was after Anthony had said, we had the challenge when Michael did his makeup, and for him to kind of experience something from a different aspect that he typically never would before. And when, before my transition, you could look at me and society would say I was gay, I was a lesbian, I was part of the community. You could look at me and tell, which I was fine with, but being a lesbian I never really identified with that. So I think throughout my transition, now that I have transitioned and have the privilege of presenting as cisgendered, meaning you identify with the sex that you were assigned at birth, I take it's a catch-22 to have that privilege because not everyone has that, and now that I have transitioned fully and I've been open about it, this is just one of the many comments that I've gotten on a daily basis of no matter what I put into my body or what surgeries that I have, I will always be a woman, I'll never be a real man, you know, the list goes on and on. So I think just putting it out there that to never judge a book by its cover and to proudly present that I'm proud of where it came from, and I know that a penis will never make me any less of a man. So again, every level of this competition just puts you outside of your comfort zone, and there's just something new and some new creative way to make this competition something that just is unforgettable. So it was so much fun. Expecting the results, I honestly had no idea what to expect. Watching everybody's performance was insane. It was unreal to say that everyone did so amazingly well and brought such a different aspect to every portion of every quarter of what we had to go through for that competition. So then with it ending up being a three-way tie with me, Darius, and Michael, that was a complete shock. I was not expecting that. I wasn't expecting it to be 3 people. I certainly will. Not that I wasn't expecting to be one of them, because I'm working on that, but it was a pleasant surprise and really felt good to know that that was the result of me being in one of the top 3. So and then when we got told that it was switched to all of us having to deliberate and having to choose ourselves on who we were going to pick as the winner of that challenge was again just another twist that none of us were ready for, none of us wanted the responsibility for, but I love this group so much in the sense that we can always sit down and talk about things that are hard, even when we know that it's rough and there are, you know, we want to love everybody and choose everybody, but it's still a game and we're all here to compete. And yeah, so to go through that process and hear everybody's thoughts, I love it.
But for me, I got eliminated, so me coming back, I felt like I had to bring the best out of me, so I felt like I had to come with a boom. So I felt like this is my first time seeing my personality for real. Like, I don't know. I thought I did really good, and I had a lot of fun doing it, so I feel good about it. Being back into the challenges and stuff, I really didn't think too hard about it. I honestly just felt like just let go and have fun and just see what happened, and then like in all honesty, I'm amazed with myself. Like I felt like all those pictures I took and whatever I did with this challenge, I felt to me it was my first time actually seeing my personality in my face, and like seeing myself for who I really am, and it made me feel so goddamn good because everybody appreciated it, and it just gave me a lot of fucking courage to follow my damn dreams right after this. So that whole challenge was, man.
So from what you guys said, assuming you guys are all voting for yourselves.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to. I'm just assuming. But if you aren't, then
I'm not. Yeah, I'm voting for myself. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, who wants to go first?
The champ bowl was amazing. That was the absolute, it was so, each task was so different, and it was an amazing challenge. It was very uncomfortable. It was not uncomfortable, but it was very challenging, and I think that caused, it adds a little bit of that stress or that nervousness, but that's exactly why you're here, because I did things that, you know, when you don't have a lot of time and you're under these conditions, they're not easy to perform. And also I think in that champ competition, it was very enlightening to see why people are in this house and why certain people are here. And I think one of the most beautiful things about it is I've seen that there's people here who are giving 110% in every aspect of this game, and I really believe that's what a champion is in life, is someone, no matter what you're doing, you're giving 110% of yourself to do your best at that game. And it was a little frustrating for me because I felt like there's clearly people here who have been very negative and who's, you know, complain about this or that, or like they don't want to, like when they want to go home, you know, just, and that's the most frustrating thing for me, is because there's people here who are really putting everything they have in themselves to be here and to do their best. And it's funny that you just see when things get, you know, tough, where people fall. And I just think that I saw people who, you know, I mean, like, there's just, you have Anne-Marie and like Darius and etc., and they're just getting intoxicated and complaining about certain challenges and just not, I'm so grateful to be here, and I think there's people in this house that are so grateful for these opportunities and are taking them a lot more serious. Like, I would love to have gotten, you know, I would have loved to drink a lot more, and I would have loved to, you know, partied a lot more. But I think there's people in here who know and are watching themselves because they know they want to be able to perform their best in these challenges. And when you have people talking about how they don't want to do a certain challenge, or Darius specifically, it is very saddening, I think, to other people that are putting in all their effort to watch that.
Is it just us three voting?
No, it's everyone.
No, it's everybody. Okay.
Yeah, it's all fine.
I mean, I'll go.
Okay.
I literally loved all of your guys' stuff. You guys each brought out, like you said, your own personalities and everything. And I will say this over and over again, nothing personal. It's not a knockout vote. It's just, and I understand that this is a very, very important vote. And I love you guys all individually, and this does suck. And like, now I know how you guys felt when, you know, we were trying to do the other positive vote. But for me, my vote is gonna be for Darius. You killed it, I think, every aspect of it. Like, literally from the first quarter to the fourth quarter. Like, I was stunned and amazed by like how your personality came out in a different way in each one of those things. Like, you killed it.
I feel good to say, like, her Anne-Marie, first starting with her was just like how she said you own everything. When she said that, she was the first one, because her and Mason are like this. I thought she would have been like, nah, like, I'm gonna fuck with Mason, but she for real was so honest and genuine. It was like, nah, this one was you.
And like I said, I love you guys so much, and it is such a hard decision, but I just feel like you literally killed it in everything that you did. So
Damn, thank you.
That's
God
just,
damn, you got me smiling.
I voted performance-wise, and Mason did amazing, Michael did amazing too, but I think Darius just really took that comeback as a comeback, and he really performed to show everyone that he's here to win and he's here for that comeback, and that's how I voted. His performance to me was just amazing.
I can go next. I just want to say that this fucking sucks, but we all know this. I love all three of you, and I think you all know that. I think you all did great. I loved seeing everybody's individuality and all the sides they were showing and the cultural background and everything. But I hate this. I don't want anybody to think that my vote is persuaded, because I was literally sitting there telling everybody saw me do it. But on the effort part and just it being a comeback, I have to go for Darius. I have to, because the dance, the amount of effort for an entire minute. The photos, the dive, it looks like a freaking photo album, like a cover. We said that in there. And I just, like, your commercial, when you were explaining it to me, like, you put so many ideas into it, you executed it. Like you came back to get your spot back. And that's why I fully have to give you my vote. Like, you brought it. You came with it. So, you're welcome.
Thank you.
I'll go next. So I was looking at each photo, like individually, like how I would have judged them a little bit. You got the dive, big time, right? I loved your dive, but I don't know, like, if it was like completely, like, I just feel like, do you think you could have like done more to it, like kind of jumped more? Because I think the way I took it was it's supposed to be like a dive, like jumping into the water was the only thing that I thought.
I mean, no, I think I wanted
went for what you wanted?
Yeah, I wanted
Okay.
mine more to be a fall.
Okay.
To add a different dynamic to it.
Yeah, and then yours was just crazy good. But yours, like she said, it's a freaking album cover. That
I
was
like
like epic as fuck. Yeah. And then what was the second one?
The commercial.
The commercial. Yeah, you killed it with her. That was hilarious. Like beyond belief funny as fuck. Yeah. And then
The halftime show.
yeah, the halftime show, I actually really liked yours because you were like telling a story. You made something like absolutely beautiful, like the spinning and everything like that was just super cool.
So if this last few years has taught me anything, it's definitely been to find a better way to heal, find new ways to make myself happy, and picking up some paint and a nice big drill, allowing myself to get a little dirty, and enjoying the ride along the way.
And don't take away your guys either. They were amazing. The dancing and all the effort, you stepping out of your comfort zone and singing something that you were so amazingly proud of, like, it was phenomenal. But I really liked what you did, like the talking, the doing that, the spinning, like that was so much different. I really enjoyed it. And then what was next? The selfie, yeah. Yours, sorry guys, but hand down, that hit me hard, like hard. And that was amazing. I really, like, you are a real man. I don't give a shit what anyone ever tells you. I do not care.
Period.
Yeah.
I was
And
gonna get
It was a
emotional.
powerful ass
for
message.
you.
I loved it. I loved that photo so much.
Yeah.
Like, that should be somewhere in like a catalog. No lie.
And then, but going on the final photo, that's almost impossible, but you had that one little, Mason had that one little, like, special thing, you know.
And it was like at the last second.
Yeah.
Like as soon as before that,
Mhm.
like, he was like one, all I felt was his head. And I was like,
So I'd give it, super close, but I'd give it to Mason, yeah. So I'd give him my vote.
So next. One thing, Michael, I think I've known this about you, but what I've seen in this competition, and I can relate and see it in you that I really admire, is how much you give of yourself to literally every single thing that you do. There's just like a fire inside, and I feel like in a way I know there's something in me, and like I haven't met someone that I've seen that has that same just desire to literally give their all, like in anything that they do. As far as like the pictures, I think your first one amazing. I think the selfie was very solid as well. In the videos, I love the selfie there, but like I think that when I'm talking to you like one-on-one, there's this light that comes out of you, and I know there's just that camera like aspect of it that like it's so nerve-wracking, and I know I get nervous too, but I can't wait until you truly believe like how amazing you really are, because once that clicks, you're gonna be phenomenal. I think Michael is a pure heart, and I think that he, like, we've been here now and we've gotten to know each other as a whole, and I think that true colors are seen, and sometimes that takes time, and I think that unfortunately when you do have a pure heart, people can kind of maybe change your perception of a person, and the first day, there was just like, I don't know, we just wouldn't talk. It was very short, it was very weird, and I was at the hot tub one day and he came and talked to me and asked me some really beautiful questions that were very personal to me, and it was very genuine and wanting to get to know me on a deeper level. And at first I was a little bit skeptical of that, because I think he knew that Raja and that side of the house was in the hot seat, and I was questioning whether it was genuine or not. But again, talking about second chances, I understand that you give everyone a chance to prove themselves. And time again, he's proved to me that he genuinely wants to get to know me on a deeper level. And also I think we're very, very similar in a way. Like I like no one in this house, and I haven't met someone in life that has that same fire inside that he does. And you can see it when he's in competitions. You can see it when he's getting nervous before a competition, because it's how much he cares and how much he wants to be here. And we're both big fans of reality TV. He's a big fan of Survivor. I'm a huge Big Brother super fan. And so that's why in here I think we click so well, because we are constantly talking about strategy, numbers, where votes are gonna fall, how we're feeling, who's acting which way, who's, you know, being a little sketchy, like, and again, that's where that constant reassurance needs to come in this house. Mason, I think overall, it was very solid across the board. Honestly, like, I mean, I think it was really well put together. And yeah, I love the second video too. And I know you are who you are, and I think that's beautiful. And I want you to put more of yourself out there. Like, I want to see just that in general. And Darius, it's so cool to be able to have like one of the biggest competitions with you. You're like, that for sure was like, I mean, everybody said it, but it's just killer. It was different. It was edgy. It was Darius.
It's nice to finally meet the real Darius. That was badass.
Yeah. And yeah, I think everything else was solid there, and I think it was really cool just to be able to like compete with you again. So out of the, looking back, just overall, trying to make just the most genuine decision, and just, I hope that y'all trust in my heart, that y'all trust me and know that the decision I'm making is just pure and it's for a reason, and just understand that. And I would love to, I don't want to make this a regular thing, but I would love to talk to each of you afterwards and just explain where I'm coming from. If there's any questions on what or why I made this decision, but my vote's gonna have to go to Mason.
So that leaves me. First of all, obviously, I already said it, I'll say it again. I think that each of you guys, all of you guys, like, killed that challenge start to finish. I think everybody gave their effort in general. With you three specifically, Michael, I thought that your commercial was freaking hilarious. Like, I was cracking up because I captured that satirical humor, and it was so funny. Like, I was genuinely laughing, and I loved that. That was great. And I also really loved your Choctaw, because, you know, I was up there in that room with you when you were making that decision. We were debating between using my furs and my bustier for you to bring out that other side of you as well.
And I'm non-binary, so I relate to the masculine side and the feminine side, and so I try to embrace both. So in this picture, I wanted to go more masculine and show that part of me. So that was my approach with that.
I'm glad that through that deductive reasoning, you chose to stick with what's really, really, really true to your core and representative of really the elements that make you who you are. So that was dope. Mason, I really loved your spin talent. I thought that was super cool and super unique, and I loved the reasoning behind it as well. I'm into that type of artistic expression as I'm gonna go home and try that. So
I think we all are.
Honestly, I was like, I really want that.
Yeah. And I'm gonna like video on myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, send it to you.
I'm gonna be like, do you approve?
Yeah.
But so that was dope. And I absolutely loved your underwater shot, of course. I thought that was something out of the box. Everyone's was great, but you're the only one who did that. So I can't not acknowledge that was top notch. So super dope. Darius, super proud of you because start to finish, everything was very strong, and you were eliminated the very first challenge. And so coming back, like everyone said it, you could see that you were trying like really hard, and like you are taking it, you know, serious, and you're trying, and you really put who you are out there and let all of us get to see you. You know what I mean? So that's been really cool since we've all gotten to see each other in these challenges, but we haven't gotten to see you. So I thought that was pretty dope. Specifically, I loved your dancing. The energy you have and your personality came through in your dancing. So I love that. And yeah, your falling into the pool photo gave me Project X vibes. So that was super dope. So you guys are all three very strong contenders, but because of these reasons, I have to give my vote to Darius.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Right on, thank you.
First challenge win.
Yeah. Right now I'm on cloud 9, even though I hit my head in the jacuzzi earlier. I'm good, but I'm on cloud 9 right now. This was like, out of all the days I've been here, today was like the fucking day.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Earned. And you are safe from this crucial, important knockout vote. That means the rest of you, Michael, Mason, Anthony, Anne-Marie, and Danny, you're up for elimination, and we do not have a contender challenge from this point forward. So we're going to go right into the knockout vote this evening. You do have time. You have time tonight to gather your thoughts, everything that's transpired, conversations. So I will let you all do that, and I will let you know when it's time to vote.
I don't think that that was a deserved win.
Not receiving a vote was hard to, hear. But like I said, it's all about how you respond to that. And you can't be bitter, you can't be mad, because at the end of the day, you're still in the game and you're still playing, and you have to still build those relationships and still try to earn that trust, and still just respond in a way where it doesn't break those relationships or create any tension. And so like I said, I understand everybody's strategy, but it was it was hard because I felt deserving of winning that, and but like I said, it's a game and people are here to play and people are here to win, so I just have to keep going and keep fighting, and I plan to do that. So however this vote goes tonight, I just really, it's gonna, if I do end up getting eliminated, which I hope I don't, and I hope those relationships can still hold me in the competition, but if I do, I can say that I was so proud of this last challenge because it was a long 2-day challenge, and I feel like I killed every single one of them, I think.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure with Darius getting the immunity given to him by basically the girls,
I knew I didn't want to see Darius win. I also think it was very unfair that Angel and Raja got to vote. I don't understand that. I think it's obvious. I don't know. It's like you're eliminated from the game. You weren't a part of the competition. It's clear where they're aligned with, and I just think that because of attitudes and the way you're talking, like, I was very frustrated with the outcome. I don't think it could have gone any worse, honestly.
Just like the little, four-way man unit we had going, they were saying, and we were talking a little bit, they were saying that, who said it? I'm not going to say who said it, but somebody said it, that Angel got to Anne-Marie and all three of the girls decided to save Darius, so that's okay. It's part of the game, it's part of the play. It'll be all good. There's still hope for everybody. There's still the comeback, if there's going to be one. And to be honest, I think there's going to be a comeback challenge because Darius's comeback was Riley's revenge. And that's a completely separate entity of the actual comeback challenge. So I think there's still hope for everybody, at least. Yeah, no, there is. I'm pretty sure there's hope for everybody.
I mean, I think Darius was knocked out very early and got very lucky 2 times now, and that's why he's in here. Otherwise, I mean, he was gone first, and that was for a reason, because he doesn't communicate with anybody, he doesn't initiate conversation with people. It, to me, doesn't seem like he really wants to be here or compete.
Well, my whole mindset, I'm not against anybody. It was really about me. I'm against myself, honestly, because I'm the one who's performing. I'm not performing against anybody else. So it's really me closing my eyes and thinking of an idea that can be different from everybody. I feel like the whole challenge was me and my energy, like how much energy I can give to it, how much exciting energy I can give to it. So I wasn't surprised, and all honesty, I came in confident. I was telling Rajay, like, I don't know, but I feel like I owned that shit. Like, not sounding cocky at all, but this is my real thoughts. I knew it. Like, when you know it, you fucking know it. Like, you don't gotta brag about it, but you feel it. And if I was wrong, I still felt like I was proud I was happy with myself and what I brought to the fucking table, because it was me, and can't nobody bring what the fuck I bring. The same with everybody else. They can feel the same way about what they talent. Can't nobody bring what they bring, but I feel like if you got that much high, like if you fucking like really fuck with your talent, or you got that much motivation, or you know what I'm trying to say. If you got that much faith and confidence in yourself, it's gonna pop. We're doing it in a humble way.
This is just my guess. I haven't talked about it. I haven't talked with anybody about this, but I'm sure that there were maybe a few people in the house that thought Anne-Marie would have given me that vote, and she gave it to Darius. And again, well deserved. I'll never in a million years fault her for that. And I've told her from the very beginning that I want her to be, and everyone in this house to be, as genuine as they possibly can when it comes down to their vote.
With Anne-Marie, at the end of the day, I think she's being strung along a little bit, and her strategy might be to just kind of not talk game and just talk about anything and everything. But at the end of the day, I don't think that that's her strategy either. I think she just is. Yeah, I don't think she has much of a strategy. I think she's kind of being strung along and being influenced, and that's sad because I know people definitely had her back. And with her vote today going to Darius, I think that was a shock because Mason has been so loyal to her, and Mason is someone you can absolutely trust. And it's funny when people's true colors, I guess, show, and I think it's just sad that someone can be manipulated that easily.
Okay, so I needed to come up to you because I needed to just talk to you. I understand it's not a knockout vote, but I get how like everybody else felt, you know, with the positive vote type thing, you know. But I just need to tell you that that was literally probably the hardest decision, literally ever. And you killed that performance. Like you really did. Like you did. You definitely did. But just performance-wise, I think Darius literally killed it from quarter 1 to quarter 4.
Sure.
But I need you to know that even though you are not safe, you know, safe, you still don't have my vote tonight. You can vote however you want, but I'm letting you know, either if you know, made the votes and were safe, or even if you didn't, like, you are not part of my vote tonight. And like I said, you will not be part of my vote until the knockout vote, until like Jenny. I know, but the kindness and niceness and whatever in me, I needed to talk to you. And I don't feel like I really need to talk to literally anybody else. It's just that I understand it's a positive, you know, type vote, you know, but it's also a negative one when you're not safe, when you're in that hot seat, because I know how you guys felt, because I was literally in the same hot seat as you guys were when we had to do the contender safe challenge thing.
So going into this double knockout vote, it's kind of scary. I think one thing that's kind of scary to me is I am the only girl left in the competition right now. So I think that right there I might have a target on my back just because of that, you know? Maybe this is just my mindset. I think I'm okay with the votes wise. Like, I feel like I'm pretty solid with, I want to say 3 people. So I think I'm pretty solid with 3 people, and then obviously me not voting for myself, that's 4. But you never know how this game is gonna go. I could think I'm safe and I'm really not. Me personally, I did not like 3 of the shots that were taken in the Champ Bowl. So I think this is the one time that I have felt really anxious about a knockout vote. All the other ones I felt really, really good about because I was safe for 2 of them. And then the third one, the second one, I wasn't safe. Like, I didn't have the safe card, but I wasn't worried about that one. But this one, going into it, I'm a little more worried. But in my gut, I feel like I'm good.
I'm sorry.
Where were we just?
So we were talking about Darius and how we think that he takes great photos. He's a cool person to be around. He likes to party.
I'm sure he's great outside the house. Yeah.
But as far as resembling being a champ, strategy-wise, like I don't. As far as I know, I don't think he's playing the game hard. Like, I don't think, like, he's not talked to me, he's not talked to him, I don't think he's talked to anybody.
I think we were both saying that. He's never come to either one of us and tried to initiate a conversation. It's always been us going to him.
And you can't, like, just not talk to people. Even the people that you think you're against, like, and are not in your alliance, you still should create those relationships with everybody.
Yeah, and I think the fact that he is here and is still in the house, and obviously that says something, and I think he has great potential in modeling for sure. Like you said, he's a great looking guy, but I think he's here right now purely out of luck, and that's frustrating.
I think, he resembles a champion, and he, thinks I resemble a champion, so It is frustrating to not see people playing hard, and as hard, I guess.
At the end of the day, it's only one fucking winner, and like I think it's not my I ain't gonna say it's stupid, but it's not my mindset to have alliances and shit, because if it came down to the final ending and it's you against me, I'm gonna vote for myself. So what's the point of having that if everybody gonna vote against each other? And I feel like that's just a lot of sneaky shit that I'm not trying to be a part of. Like, I'm telling everybody to vote genuine. And I'm telling them, even if you see my fucking picture, if you like it, go for it. If you don't like it, be honest with yourself and get that shit, vote that shit out of here. Be real with yourself. I think alliance in this type of competition is very pointless. It's pointless because it's one winner at the end of the day, and you're gonna go against everybody at the end of the day. That's just my view on it.
Darius won, and I couldn't be happier. I could be a little happier if I won, but in the sense of Darius absolutely coming back into this game and bringing that performance that he did from start to finish is quite incredible, and it's a well-deserved win for him for sure.
I think you did great, and I loved it. I did. I thought your performance was good. The tie was definitely between you and Darius, and I was just like, fuck me.
This is the one challenge where, like I said, I feel good about what I did.
You should.
Obviously, we always want to get more after it's done and we see it, but Darius came back with a vengeance, and he gave his all on everything, and he deserves that. I mean, I'm not the slightest bit upset about that.
And I already know that, but I still just wanted to pull you aside because like we've been bonding, and like I really do love you outside of this show, and I just want to pull you aside, just give you the respect, of course. And I'm so happy, and I think you did great.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so one thing that I have thought about is, since Darius won this challenge, he could possibly have 2 votes. He could possibly have an advantage, which is scary as fuck.
That would be.
Or block a vote. He could have that.
No one else got a thing for winning a competition.
Yeah,
so
but we can't rely on.
He was
just that.
The luckiest person ever.
Yeah.
But that's something to consider.
It's not over yet. It's not over yet. Keep it all the same until you win. That's when you can pop your bottles and be happy, but I'm still in the competition. Like, I really like how I did today. It set a fucking tone, and I feel like it just set a tone, but it's not over yet.
When it comes to there being certainty, there's not. I have never felt any sort of certainty since I've been here. So I really have no idea how it's gonna go. And it's already bad enough when there's one person being gone, but now there's 2. And yeah, I just, no idea. No clue what's gonna happen.
You're safe with me until the end, and that's literally it from like, you're safe with me until the absolute end, till I have to technically vote for you, which I hope it never comes down to that, because like I said, I never thought I would meet you in person. So literally,
I never thought I would walk in here and someone would have that reaction.
Oh my god, that I did not think that you were
JC
gonna
was
walk
like,
through
yeah,
that door.
you're the last guy here. I'm like, oh cool. So everyone's been here all day long.
All day long, like, doing what the fuck they were
vibing with
doing.
each other, hanging out.
Yeah.
Like, and here's this
random
tiny ass white guy walking in.
Yeah,
Like,
no. When I tell you that when you walked in, like, my reaction was my genuine fucking reaction. I said,
I can't wait to watch that back.
Yeah, me neither. Literally, I cannot wait to see how like they got the reaction. You know what I'm saying? Like. Okay, they're coming. They're
here.
Oh my god! No fucking way! There's no way! No way! No fucking way! Oh, but no, when I tell you that I never thought in a million years I would ever meet you in person, because I've commented on your shit. I've tried to have you DM you and all this shit, and I'm like, he is never gonna fucking see my shit. So when you came through that door, I was like, yo, like, I was like, this is like my internet, like, inspiration person that I have been following for so fucking long, coming through the doors that I didn't even think I was gonna have this experience to begin with. So I was like, everything happens for a fucking reason. Like, Yo, it is just so crazy, and I will never thank you enough. And I know we're not crying again. We're not crying again. We already cried like the second
way you made me
episode.
cry the other night,
the way I
don't
made myself
even think
cry.
there's anything left.
Yeah.
Like,
but I'm just letting you know, like, you literally made me feel so much more comfortable in my own skin than I never thought anyone that I didn't know personally ever would. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never thought that I would find someone on the internet that would make me feel so much more comfortable, like, in my skin, like, that I do, like, now. Like, I've always known, you know, that I like girls or whatever, but just to be able to go out there and not give a fuck what anybody thinks, you really inspired me to not give a fuck no matter what it is. No matter if you're straight, no matter if you're bi, no matter if you're gay, no matter if it's nothing. Like, just to go out there and do you and not give a fuck. Like, you have to prove to you that if you don't love yourself, then you're never gonna have, you know, that connection or love with anybody else. And you really made me realize that. Like, even if I never, like, you know, said it on posts or, you know, in the DMs or anything like that, just personally, no, I know, but just personally, like, you really made me feel comfortable in my own skin, and I will never thank you enough for that. And the fact that, like, you are still literally here in front of me is fucking crazy. Like,
I'm always gonna
literally,
be here in front of
no, now you are, yeah.
I'm
but
always
I'm
gonna be here in
well,
front
yeah,
of
no
you.
matter what you are,
But do you realize how much you deserve this?
Yeah.
How much you deserve to be here?
And you do too. You do too.
You just moved from Connecticut to Florida into this house with
literally
a shit ton
bunch
of
of strangers
that you've never met.
Yeah.
To compete for something that is a
I've
big
never
deal.
done before.
And
Yeah.
you've never done this.
Mhm.
You're outside your comfort zone every single day.
Yeah.
And like I said, if there is, since I've said from the very first day that I ever said that I was ever going to share anything about my transition, is there's one person that can look at anything that I do or go through on a daily basis and know that they are worth going through whatever the hell they want to go through in their lives. And at the end of the day, all of these people who try every single day to tear you down, all these strangers that you'll never meet, all these people who have nothing better to do but to talk shit, they're already below you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, and I get that.
It took me a very, very, very long time to get a comment on Instagram that says something along the lines of, I hope that you're killed.
Yeah.
Or,
And
I hope that you're left in a dumpster for, you know, guys to find you and do whatever they want to. Like, I've
that
had
just
every
makes me so
comment.
emotional because, like, how can you just, like, what is your life and what you do and whatever affects somebody else? Like, it just gets me so fucking, like, emotional and so fucking, like, angry and aggy. Like, why, like,
But there's
why?
always gonna
I know.
be people out there that are gonna be that way. There's always gonna be people out there who just
are gonna be troll
don't know their
internets.
way.
Yeah,
They're just,
I know.
I mean,
and I feel like it's their
hurt
own
people hurt
insecurities.
people.
Yeah.
So anytime, when has there ever been a day where you have bullied anybody in your life? When have you ever left a nasty freaking comment on Instagram? When have you ever bullied? You know, that's just not you. Why is that not you? Because you are so much more than that. Like you have love, you have respect. You're so caring. Like, you take care of the people around you. Like,
And I feel
you have
like
to realize
I've
that
gone,
anything that
like,
comes beyond
I've had
that,
like my own like personal experiences with so many different things like that I haven't shared with everybody yet. Like, I'm comfortable enough. It's just I don't feel like I've had that. I don't feel like I've had that entrance into it. Like, I don't want to just start off with a fucking, you know, hey, I want to tell my story. Like, I have to get that entrance. Like, if we were talking about something, like when you guys were out here talking about it, and then, you know, Champ was like, hey, it's time to go inside. I was like, fuck. That was my time that I was gonna tell Mason how much he's an inspiration to me. And then he was like, oh, holding room. And I was like, fuck. But as soon as we got in the holding room, it was kind of quiet. And I felt like we didn't, you know, transition into another conversation. So that's why I felt like when we were all there, I still had that opportunity because we didn't transition into another conversation. And that's why I chose the time to tell you how much of an inspiration you were to me, but everyone already knew that. Like, when I tell you, I'm pretty sure half of the people already knew that, because I literally was like, holy shit, because a lot of them came up to me and was like,
What
do
the
you guys
fuck?
know each other? And I'm like, no, not at all. It's just he is my inspiration, you know, internet wise. And then they kind of wanted me to expand on it, and I was just like short wise, like, you know, like whatever. But then I needed to tell you personally, and in all honesty, I wanted to tell you one-on-one, but I think it was just the setting that it was already in that it just
I mean,
made
I definitely would have been fine with that too.
Oh yeah,
because
me
I
too,
would've
but
bawled my eyes
oh,
out
me too. We would have been bawling our eyes
in
out.
private, but
Yeah.
you know,
No,
it was
it is
it
what
was
it
a
is.
perfect moment,
No, it
and I
was.
won't. It's a moment I'll never forget.
No, me
like,
neither.
ever.
Not at all. I appreciate you. Don't lose your glasses. Okay. We love all of the people that are in this champ series. We are a family, and we are going to continue to be a family no matter what the outcome is. And if we ever lose contact, I will come to your house personally and drag you out.
This thing on? Okay. Oh. Whoops. So I just did this confessional and realized I forgot to turn the mic on. So let's run it back. So we just completed our I think 4th challenge, and I was eliminated. Not gonna lie, that shit sucks. But it is what it is. And, you know, at first I will say, like, I was a little hurt, only by a couple people, because we had some other conversations, so I was thinking one way. They were obviously thinking another way. Well, let me run that back. I was thinking one way because we agreed to it, and then I didn't realize there were other conversations happening that were totally not at all what we agreed to. So I guess the feedback and the lesson that I'm learning is I'm not gaming enough, like I'm not being strategic enough, and I'm not like pulling people and having these side conversations, and maybe I should, because that's definitely what's going on. But I also am just kind of like, I don't know. I have meditated about it. I have talked to God about it. I need to talk to him a little more. But I am at peace, and it is okay. I get it. Everybody has to do what they have to do. So no hard feelings. I really, really, really hope that my top 3 right now that I do want to see win are Danny, Anne-Marie, and Darius. It would be so dope if they made it all the way to the end, and then any of the I mean, everyone's deserving and everyone's great, but those are my 3 picks. And dang, I should make a bet. And who knows, you know, maybe there's like a redemption challenge. Maybe I'm back in the game. If I do, they better watch out, because I've got my own back. I'm not going to ever compromise who I am to win a game, but I will learn, adjust, and get better. So I'm glad I didn't do this confessional last night right after elimination, because I definitely would have had some more dish to say, but I've taken that time to get over it. But my emotions are valid, and at the same time though, nobody owes me anything, and I honestly can't get mad. It's fine. Whatever. But cheers. One thing I can say is, champ, you're putting on a great fucking show.
Michael Mason and I are rock solid. And I think we have to use Anthony to progress a little bit, and it's like make him feel like he's making these decisions, like, yes, because he's also a strong competitor, and I don't want to get on his bad side. We don't, you know, and at this time it's like we need him for that vote. So yeah, relationship building's everything, and I don't know, the people I would want to most go forward with is Michael Mason and I, because I think we all share a very similar reason for being here. And with Anthony, he's obviously being very, very like manipulative. He's telling people different things. He's being Anthony.
So my thoughts going into this knockout vote after the Champ Bowl challenge, probably gonna have to really just think strategically here, because there's a lot of stuff going on the side right now. Hearing this, hearing that, seeing this, seeing that. I think all the original alliances are kapooey, and I'm just gonna do what I think I need to do. You guys will see. It's gonna be kind of shitty to have to do it, but you'll see.
This game is, when I say it's hard, it's so hard because you have to be thinking and on 24/7 on where people are, who's talking to who, and try to guess what they're thinking. And like when building that trust, when you talk to somebody, you need to talk to them genuinely and connect with them, find some ground, something relatable that you could talk about and build that trust. And that's just a constant thing day in and day out. Like I'm exhausted socially, but you know, I'm here to win and I'm gonna play and I'm gonna fight. So I'm not giving up at all. And so whenever you're talking to somebody, it just needs to be genuine. And I think that I accomplished that, and I think I'm doing that right now. And if you're, even though it's 3 o'clock in the morning and half the group is outside, you need to be outside with them and building that trust and building those relationships. You can't be going to bed because you could easily be in the hot seat because you're letting them have the chance to build that trust.
I think there's a lot of lying going on, and I think I probably have a nice little target on my back, just because there's some hearsay going on, which are mostly nonsense and made up crap, but it's okay, it's all good. Been eliminated before, never been knocked out on the show, so that'll be fun.
Honestly, I thought I was gonna be one of the first ones out. I mean,
Same.
I thought I was gonna be the first one out, I'm not gonna lie.
Same.
But
and like, yeah, and I pretty much rock solid trust Mason too, I believe.
Okay.
I hope.
Yeah. No, whenever he talks to me, it feels genuine.
I swear,
So,
he flips
but the
on
thing
us,
is,
like,
but the
with
thing
Anne
is,
Marie.
yeah,
Oh
with
my
Anne Marie,
God.
like we
That
gotta
was-
bring up that point.
I know.
So who I'm gonna vote for, I was gonna save it for the knockout voting thing, but I'll just keep it short and sweet while I'm in there. I'm gonna have to go with Danny. You know, I thought we had built a nice little bond going on, but there's been a lot of hearsay and a lot of talk, and I'm being told one thing from him and seeing other things and being told other things that he's saying and doing, and you know, can't trust anybody in this game. I found out. It sucks. There's a lot of weird stuff going on right now. The only person that's seeming to still be talkative to me is Anne Marie, Roger. Angel's warmed back up to all of us, I think, which is really good to see her back being herself again. And Mason. Michael and Danny have kind of stepped away, and I think they're trying to form their own alliance or have other plans. And then Darius is just, I think he's really glad to be safe. From what I can see on his face, I see a sense of relief on him, and he's relaxed, and it looks cool on him, and he's having a good time tonight.
I know one person is getting out for sure. I do know that. I got a face. That person was. They know what they did. So whatever the outcome be, don't be surprised. You know.
I mean, it's the most important vote so far. I mean, obviously we're the furthest along.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard when I feel like I don't know.
It's crazy that we're on almost done, but we're not, because we still have 6 people and all the outcomes are very confusing. But it will impact it as far as, say that I get eliminated or he gets eliminated, like that's gonna affect who's gonna make it to the top 3 for tomorrow's vote.
Yeah.
So that's why we gotta have each other's backs to make sure that doesn't happen.
I wonder where the numbers are going to be and kind of where everyone is at, and I know that everyone is on different pages and everyone kind of feels differently and is playing the game differently. There's a side to me that feels like there's definitely some gameplay happening, for sure, that maybe just isn't coming off in the most genuine way, which can be a little bothersome, but as far as knowing for sure where everyone stands, like it's just that I just don't.
Darius could potentially vote for me because I know Angel has that influence, and so because I voted for her, I feel like I might be getting a couple votes today, and then it might be me, and that's definitely in the back, a scary position for myself to be in. I don't think he won the competition today. I don't think that was a deserved win at all.
Darius still has a vote, and I think he's definitely gonna vote for me because he's voted for me before in the last vote. And Anne Marie, I think she's gonna either vote for me or Danny. And so that's scary to me because I'm trying to think of the numbers and the possibilities, and at the end of the day, it may come to a tie, because if 3 of us vote for 2 people and then 3 of them vote for the 2 same people, it could be a tie, and I don't know how that would work. Right? I'm getting confused, but that's how I'm hearing it in my head. That
I know Anthony is very sneaky, and he's played me and lied to me, but I think he's freaking out because he has expressed to Michael that he feels like Michael's being a little weird, and so I think that, honestly, I think between me and Mason, Anthony probably trusts us most in the house because we're all he has.
I'm so all over the place with just everyone else and how much more difficult it gets moment by moment in this game, and the twists and turns that we know are going to come and that we're not ready or expecting, and it sucks. It's so exciting, but it also really, really fucking sucks.
Hold on to your fucking seats, have your popcorn ready, and just be like, what? At the end, because that's how I am at every fucking challenge. So I'm in the same boat as y'all. Be prepared for the unexpected and be prepared for just to be like surprised with everything. That's how I fucking feel. That's me being honest with y'all, because that's how I'm feeling right now. Even though I won, but I'm still gonna be like what in surprise with everything. This show is different.
It is crazy. I feel like I have had a connection with every single one of these models more than I have a connection with some of my
best friends. No offense, I love you guys, but this experience to be in a house for the amount of time that we're in a house, like you form connections very, very deeply with everybody here, and it's just an amazing experience. If you ever get a chance to do anything like this, take it.
If you ever get a DM on Instagram from a guy named Champ,
take the opportunity.
Don't push the spam button.
No,
just
not at all.
read it. Just click accept and read it.
Read it.
And then talk to him.
It. And I'm gonna tell you, from me being someone that has never done any modeling in my entire life, I was so nervous to come into this experience, and I am so grateful that I took the chance. It's the risks that you don't take, which are the best ones that are the outcome. Literally. Like, what I'm living my best life.
Pause. Can we please make a meme when this comes out with Emery's face? That just says literally. Just the word.
I say literally like a lot.
Just the word literally.
Just the word literally.
Different, like,
different faces.
Just, candid photos of Emery.
Saying
all say literally.
Have the fucking, like the thinking bubble above my face. Literally.